beautiful people. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all of the thriller books that are coming out in 2025 that I think look incredible. If you are new to my channel, hi, I am April. You can think of me as your fairy bookish godmother. On this channel, my goal is to set you up with your next 5-star read. And these are just a few of the 5-star reads that live rent-free in my head. If you like what you see, I hope you'll subscribe, hit the bell, stay a while. A couple of these have already come out. I will touch on them. I won't talk about them too much. Most of this is going to be what is coming out, but we have to talk about Beautiful Ugly. This has already come out in January. This book follows an author named Grady Green. He has some really wonderful news he wants to share with his wife, so he calls her on the phone. She is in the car driving somewhere. He's explaining everything that's happened, and suddenly he hears her car stop. He hears her like get out of the car, and like she never comes back. So he's very concerned. Did someone abduct my wife? Did someone harm my wife? Is someone else harmed and she's trying to help this person? He eventually finds the car, and his wife has vanished. A year later, she's still gone. He can't write anymore. He is so devastated by the loss of his wife. He has no answers. No answers. How do you move ahead in your life without any answers? He decides to go away, I think to like the Scottish Highlands or something along those lines. In any case, there he literally watches a woman who looks exactly like his missing wife walk like ahead of him, and the whole story goes from there. It sounds really, really great and a little bit different for Alice Feeney, so I am on board. The Favorites by Lane Fargo is next. This is also already out. This follows two skaters, Katarina and Heath. They have always desired becoming Olympic champions, just going to the Olympics generally. They were once like childhood sweethearts, and then they become this like formidable duo. They go to the Olympics, but there is a catastrophe that happens while they're there. Now, we follow them 10 years later when a documentary is being done on this dynamic duo and what happened at the Olympics all those years ago. Now, Kat doesn't really want to have anything to do with it. She didn't get the best press, I believe, and so she's very reluctant to be interviewed, but she also really doesn't like the idea of a story being written about her again without her being able to say her own piece. So she reluctantly agrees to be interviewed. And I believe that there are many, many secrets that are divulged. In March, we have You Killed Me First by John Mars. This book starts out on a November morning. We find a woman who has just woken up, and she is bound, gagged, and completely surrounded by flames. She is about to go up in flames, and she is wondering at, I'm assuming, the last of her life, how her life came to this. And then we rewind, I believe it's 11 months earlier. We follow three women: Margot, who's a TV star that like has kind of faded. Then we follow her friend Anna, as well as Liv, who is glamorous, leading a pretty glamorous life. And I think the other two are a little bit jealous of Liv, but they strike up this friendship, and yet all of them are harboring secrets underneath that could end up being dangerous. Next, we've got Burn After Reading by Catherine Ryan Howard. This follows a cyclist whose wife tragically dies in a house fire. The entire world has come to his, aid. They are just rallying behind him until it is found that his wife had died before the fire began. And then obviously everyone turns and believes that he killed his wife and that set fire. Nothing has ever been found out. Like, he's never been accused. Well, he's been accused, but he hasn't been held as the suspect. He believes the only way out is to tell his story. And so we follow him alongside a ghostwriter named Emily. She takes the job because she needs money. She goes to meet this man and spends tons of time with him, but the story that he tells is not the one that she was expecting him to tell, and she realizes she feels quite stuck and imperiled. In April, we've got The Last Session by Julia Bartz. This book, we're following a woman named Thea. She is a nurse, and a woman comes in to the psychiatric unit, just out of her mind. It's clear something horrible has happened to this woman, and Thea absolutely recognizes her from something traumatic that happened in her past. Now, this woman does not have any memory of what has led up to her walking into the psychiatric unit, but obviously something traumatic happened. That said, this woman is like whisked away pretty much immediately, and Thea is just left with her brain scrambling, and she is just dedicated to find out what happened to this woman. She starts digging into this woman's past, and it leads her to New Mexico, to a retreat, the strange retreat place where couples go for like wellness and romantic and sexual issues. They talk about all of it. It's a strange treatment center, so the things that they make you do are like truly very intimate and really uncomfortable, but Thea's like, I've got to find out what happened to this woman. So she like goes through it, and being there, she like slowly unpacks what happened to this woman. And also it, I think, uncovers stuff from her own past as well. In June, we've got Kill Your Darlings by Peter Swanson. This follows a couple named Tom and Wendy Graves. They are incredibly wealthy. They live in this beautiful Victorian home. She is a poet. He is an English professor. I think they have a son together. And they have this incredibly beautiful, lavish life, but Wendy wants to kill her husband. The book is told backwards in time, so you learn about this couple slowly from the time that you meet them, all going all the way back to their youth, and a decision that they made in their youth that I think was incredibly dangerous and might have been criminal. And it turns out that this secret is what has kept them together, not love. Love has nothing to do with this marriage. And so it looks like Wendy wants out. In August, we have We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter. We follow a small town and the characters within it, the small town of North Falls. And the night of the fireworks, 2 girls go missing. Now, this is a town where nothing bad has happened. And so as you can imagine, 2 girls going missing would absolutely throw everything into chaos. We follow an officer named Emmy Clifton, and she is personally involved in this. Everybody knows everybody in this town. One of the girls who have gone missing is the daughter of one of her very best friends. So she feels really inclined to find out what happened to these girls. And she starts digging into these girls' pasts and realizes she never really knew them at all. Those are all of the thrillers that I know of thus far that are coming out in 2025 that I think sound really, really great. A few of them I do have my eye on for pre-order. Let me know in the comments below what you plan to pre-order this year if you do that. And also, did I miss anything? Are there books, thriller books, that are coming out this year that you're excited about? I would love to know. In case I missed it, let me know. Leave it in the comments below and I will talk with you very soon. Bye.